me hire him too. Here's my coxcomb. How now, my pretty knave? How dost thou? Sirrah, you were best take my coxcomb. Why, my boy? Why, for taking one's part that's out of favor. Nay, and thou canst smile as the wind sits, thou catch a cold shortly. There, take my coxcomb. How now, uncle? Would I had 2 coxcombs, had 2 daughters? Why, my boy? If I gave them all my living, I'd keep my coxcombs myself. There's mine. Beg another of thy daughters. Take heed, Sirrah, the whip. Truth's a dog must to kennel. He must be whipped out when the lady Brach may stand by the fire and sink. A pestilent gal to me. Sirrah, I'll teach thee a speech. Do. Mark it, nuncle. Have more than thou showest. Speak less than thou knowest. Lend less than thou owest. Ride more than thou goest. Learn more than thou trowest. Set less than thou throwest. Leave thy drink in thy whore, and keep in a door, and thou shalt have a more than 2 tens to a score. Then 'tis like the breath of an unfeed lawyer. You gave me nothing for it. Can you make no use of nothing, nuncle? Why, no, boy. Nothing can be made of nothing. Prithee, tell him. So much the rent of his land comes to, he will not believe a fool. A bitter fool. Dost thou know the difference, my boy, between a bitter fool and a sweet one? No, lad. Teach me. Nuncle, give me an egg, and I'll give thee 2 crowns. What 2 crowns shall they be? Why, after I have cut the egg in the middle and eat up the meat, the crown of the egg. When thou clovest thy crown in the middle and gavest away both parts, thou borest thine ass on thy back o'er the dirt. Thou hadst little wit in thy bald crown when thou gavest thy golden one away. If I speak like myself in this, let him be whipped that first finds it so. Fools had never less grace in a year, for wise men are grown foppish, and know not how their wits to wear. Their manners are so apish. When were you wont to be so full of song, Sirrah? I have used it, nuncle, as since thou madst thy daughters, thy mothers, for when thou gavest them the rod and putst down thy breeches. Then they for a sudden joy did weep, and I for sorrow sung, that such a king should play bo peep, and go the fools among. Pray thee, nuncle, keep a schoolmaster that can teach thy fool to lie. I would fain learn to lie. And you lie, Sirrah, will have you whipped. I marvel what kin thou and thy daughters are. They'll have me whipped for speaking true. They'll have me whipped for lying, and sometimes I am whipped for holding my peace. I'd rather be any kind of thing than a fool, and yet I would not be thee, nuncle. Thou hast spared thy wit on both sides and left nothing in the middle.
With me, and you, and you, and you, and you. So what